Breaking: Trump fired FBI Director James Comey after what he just found out. This is huge. In a shocking move out of left field before the end of the day today, President Donald Trump rocked Washington, D.C., with the termination of FBI Director James Comey. The president inherited the director who had been hired under Barack Obama and wasted no time in shouting his famous words from his hit show, "You're fired," after learning what he had done. The president has accepted the recommendation of the Attorney General and the Deputy Attorney General regarding the dismissal of the Director of the Federal Bureau of Investigation, White House Press Secretary Sean Spicer stated in his sudden announcement of Comey's termination. The short statement also added, "Today will mark a new day for our crown jewel of law enforcement." Although details surrounding exactly why the president personally removed him from the White House were not released, Politico reports that it's a move that comes as the FBI is probing potential contacts between Trump's campaign aides and Russian officials ahead of the election. Clearly, the president wouldn't terminate a person in this position without provocation, and until further details are released, we can only speculate as to what the reason was. While I greatly appreciate you informing me, on 3 separate occasions, that I am not under investigation, I nevertheless concur with the judgment of the Department of Justice that you are not able to effectively lead the Bureau, Mr. Trump said in a letter to Mr. Comey dated Tuesday, according to the New York Times. For most of us, the question wasn't if he was going to terminate him, but when. FBI Director James Comey is slippery, seemingly with the inability to simply state the truth, rather reacts when questioned on the facts, instead of being forthright. Mr. Comey broke with long-standing tradition and policies by discussing the case and chastising the Democratic presidential nominee's careless handling of classified information. Then, in the campaign's final days, Mr. Comey announced that the FBI was reopening the case, a move that earned him widespread criticism, New York Times report explained. Comey, who was appointed FBI director by former President Barack Obama in 2013 to a 10-year term, has come under fire for his handling of both the Trump campaign probe and the investigation into Hillary Clinton's use of a private email server while she was Secretary of State, Politico reported. After months of investigating Hillary Clinton and mountains of evidence, Comey seems almost baffled as to what his job is, failing to accomplish this one huge task, and it's reasonable to ask why. Finally, today President Trump put an end to the madness with his swift and assertive decision directed at a man who has compromised the integrity of the most supreme investigatory unit in the world. Under Comey's leadership, the FBI has been reduced to a political power inside our law enforcement. It's time for big change which Trump is making effective immediately, and it's time for a new leader inside of the FBI. In my opinion, it would be excellent to see that spot given to Gowdy.